CIRP stands for Cooperative Institutional Research Program, and it was a program that was started back in the mid-60s to look at the impact that college has on students. Now we're looking at students at the beginning of their college experience with the CIRP Freshman Survey, but then we look at them again later on at the end of the first year, second year, third year, fourth years as seniors to see what kind of impact college has had. Of course, if you want to look at the impact of college, you have to know what students are like coming in. So that's what we do with the CIRP Freshman Survey. And this goes on at hundreds of colleges and universities across the country. And that is what we've been doing for the last 45 years, is trying to look at the impact of college, looking at the same students over time with the same instrument, multitude of different types of institutions. It's really the only project of its kind across the country that takes a comprehensive look at students in this longitudinal fashion. And we've had great success with the project because of the fact that it really looks at some of the very important aspects of the college experience and gives information back to institutions that participate. The big finding this year, when we looked at everything that we had, was it jumped out at us that the self-rating for emotional health had changed quite a bit over the last 25 years where we've been asking that question. We have a series of questions that ask about the traits that students come into college with, emotional health being one, and that is something where we've seen a substantial decrease in the percentages of students who say that they're at the highest 10% or above average in emotional health, going from about the mid-60s back in 1985 down to about 53%, 56% this year with incoming first-year students. Well, we look at some of the other things that go along with that. We also ask students about a number of experiences during their high school senior year, and the percentage of students who say that they're frequently overwhelmed during their high school senior year has also been going up. So we see the emotional health going down, frequently overwhelmed being up. We see a number of other traits like the pressure for a drive to achieve among students and academic ability. Those have been going up. So it looks like if we had to speculate on the kinds of things that are driving this, it would probably have something to do with the fact that students are feeling more overwhelmed and they've got more pressures to achieve. There's a huge gender difference here, both in the aspect of emotional health, where you've got more men rating themselves higher in terms of emotional health than women, and if we look at the frequently overwhelmed category, many more women who are saying that they're frequently overwhelmed as high school seniors compared to men. We've been tracking the ways that students pay for college for the last 10 years in this survey, and what we saw recently is that more students were turning to loans. Now that stayed about stable this year, and there seems to be more of an emphasis now on a few more percentage points in terms of students who are able to get grants from colleges to be able to attend. You're talking about a couple more percentage points there. But certainly students are looking to fund their college experience by a multitude of different finances types. You've got your loans, you've got your grants, you've got money that the family's contributing. One thing that we have seen a decrease in is the percentage of students who are actually able to contribute on their own towards that funding source, mostly because of the fact that they're not as able to get summer jobs as they used to be able to. And what we see is that the unemployment of adults and other people in that age bracket has been going up, and as that's been going on, there's been a shift downwards towards the employment sector, where jobs that would have been available for students during the summer previously are now being held by people who had full-time jobs year-round before. So that's certainly impacted the ability of students to finance their education. When we asked students in a new question this year about how their college choice was impacted by the current economic situation, about 2/3 of students told us that it had been impacted. Mostly what happens in that is a student who is accepted by their first choice institution but decides to go to their second, the third, or fourth choice. They're going closer to home, they're more likely to be living with their parents now, and so those kinds of aspects, because of the fact that it is expensive to go to college, that financial aid might not be as ready as it has been previously. Also parental unemployment. It's at an all-time high for fathers, 4.9%. All those impact the ability of students to fund the college experience, and that brings anxiety along with it.